How does everybody do today? Nico The Nacho here, and we are here with the beginning of Jak And Daxter. I hope you guys are as excited for this as I am, because I've been looking forward to starting this ever since like maybe halfway through Ratchet and Clank. We're doing it. It's happening. Let's jump in right now. Starting with a new game. And yeah, as you can see, I dive pretty deep into this game when I play it. We're gonna be going for a full 100% run because it's incredibly easy to do. So, this is gonna be a long-ass introduction cutscene, so I'm gonna just let you guys sit back and watch that. So, let's head in.
I have spent my life searching for the answers that my father and my father's fathers failed to find. Who were the Precursors? Why did they create the vast monoliths that litter our planet? How did they harness eco, the life energy of the world? What was their purpose? And why did they vanish? I have asked the plants, but they do not remember. The plants have asked the rocks, but the rocks do not recall. Even the rocks do not recall. Every bone in my body tells me that the answers rest on the shoulders of a young boy. Oblivious to his destiny, uninterested in the search for truth, and rejecting of my guidance. And why would he want to listen to old Samus the Sage anyway? I'm only the master of green eco, one of the wisest men on the planet. So it seems the answer begins not with careful research or sensible thinking. Nay, as with many of fate's mysteries, it begins with but a small act of disobedience.
Hey! Jak, old green stuff told us not to come here.
Continue your search for artifacts, Nico. If the locals possess precursor items, you know what to do.
Deal harshly with anybody who strays from the village. We will attack it in due time.
What are we doing here anyway, Jak? This place gives me the creeps. Huh? Oh, stupid precursor junk. Eek! What is that dark ooze? It sure don't look friendly. The sage yaps on about the precursors that built this place all the time. Where did they go? Why did they build this crap? Now, I like precursor orbs and power cells as much as the next guy. But if you ask me, they must have been real losers. Wow! How did you do that? I think we're in trouble! Man, that stung! I told you we shouldn't have come here, and you listened! What? Okay. I'm fine.
What in green tarnation do you two want?
I was...
Don't tell me! Instead of heeding my wisdom, The two of you went mucking around in the only place that I told you not to go, Misty Island.
That's right. And then...
And, Daxter, you finally took a much-needed bath, but in a bathtub filled with dark eco.
Look, old man, are you gonna keep yapping, or are you gonna help me out of this mess?
I'm gonna keep yapping, because in my professional opinion, the change is an improvement. And besides, I couldn't help you if I wanted to.
What?
There's only one person who has studied Dark Eco long enough to have a chance at returning you to your previous form. Carl Acheron, the Sage. But he lives far to the north. Far, far to the north. Nobody has spoken to him in ages. I would teleport you there, but I can't do that either. None of the three sages that maintain the other teleporter gates have seen fit to turn their ends on for quite a while. The only other way north is by foot through the Fire Canyon, but its volcanic soil is hot enough to melt precursor metal. You can't just walk through it.
But you could fly over it, if you had a zoomer equipped with a heat shield. I just happen to be working on such a thing at this very moment. All I would need is 20 power cells to give it enough energy to withstand the canyon's heat. Isn't that right, Daddy?
Yes, Kira, that might work. But where are a boy and a half going to get 20 power cells?
From the villagers. Most of them have a power cell or two stashed away somewhere. And even if they aren't willing to just give them away, greasing their palms with a few precursor orbs should do the trick. And I bet there are even more of them out in the wilds just waiting for some brave adventurer to find.
Well, we've got the brave adventurer at least.
Brave adventurer! You two couldn't find your way out of the village without training. Before you do anything else, you better go through the warp gate and get some practice on Geyser Rock.
We won't find any more of that dark gooey eco stuff, will we? Cause I'd hate to fall in again and turn into you.
Get in there before I turn you both into ferns.
All right. Finally. That's 7 minutes and 40 seconds of cutscene. Talk about an intro, right? So first thing I'm gonna do, just like I did with the beginning of the Ratchet and Clank Let's Play, I am going to, is it in sound options? CH volume. Where do I turn off the help? Game options. Play hints off. Alright, so that way we don't get interrupted. So, yeah, Jak And Daxter. So, this game was made by Naughty Dog, and I'm sure Naughty Dog is a game development company that needs no introduction. Anybody who has played, well, anything recently on PlayStation would know exactly who Naughty Dog is. Uncharted, Crash Bandicoot, begrudgingly acknowledging the existence of The Last of Us. Yeah, Jak And Daxter is the superior franchise. Do not at me. I will fight you and pummel you into submission over that. I will take that claim to the grave. Jak And Daxter is the best thing that Naughty Dog ever did. And to this day, the entire fandom is still holding out hope for a Jak 4. It's like an entire meme. There's always somebody in the Naughty Dog comment forum that's asking if Jak And Daxter will get a sequel. Of course, with the way Naughty Dog is going now, and how much the cuck Neil Druckmann is, yeah, that chance. Power Cell. To be honest, with the way Naughty Dog currently is, I don't know if I'd want them to be the ones making Jak 4. But I still want a Jak 4. Just like a lot of other people that I know. Anyway, with the origin story of the Jak And Daxter franchise, you can basically take everything that I explained about Insomniac and apply it to Jak And Daxter. Only instead of Spyro the Dragon, it's Crash Bandicoot. It's interesting because in the beginning, Naughty Dog and Insomniac actually worked in the same building. And I think I explained in the Ratchet and Clank playthrough that they exchanged technology with each other too. Like, they were buddies, and so they were both publishing through Universal, and with the desire to cut out the middleman with their games, they cut off the deal with Universal. Unfortunately, that also meant they had to abandon their respective franchises in Spyro and Crash. And, well, that resulted in the need to make new IPs. So, Insomniac went on to do Ratchet & Clank after Spyro, and Naughty Dog went on to do Jak And Daxter after Crash Bandicoot. And for those wondering, I'll play Spyro and Crash Bandicoot on the channel at some point in the far future, but it's most likely not going to be the original versions. It's gonna be the Insane and Reignited trilogy whenever I do actually get around to it. I actually haven't touched the Reignited trilogy yet. I own it. Y'all should see my game collection. It is fucking massive. Woohoo! Thank you! Piece of cake, man. And I will grab that power cell. We are done here. Alright. Platform. Unlike Ratchet and Clank, Jak also takes fall damage, so you should probably not fall down from that platform over there. Alright, I want to show something off. I probably should have done so. We were over there. Wow, I'm a dumbass. Okay. Quick detour before we go back, because I want to show off one of the freaking, one of the most revolutionary things about this game. At least it was for the time. Yeet. There it is. So, Jak And Daxter, right? It was one of the first, if not the first game in history to not use loading times. See that over there? We will get to explore all of that. You can travel from point A to point B on the game world without ever having to stop, without ever having to load or anything. And all of that, I mean, it's actually low poly representation. That's not the actual physical levels, but still, the fact that Naughty Dog went far enough to try and do something that immersive with the world is props to them, man. Game design is so cool, and I especially love insight from game design from the early 2000s. There's so much history that can be inferenced in this world, including if you go around and find, you've got these ancient robots overlooking us. So much history in this world that we're gonna slowly learn about, man. All right. Anyway, let's jump to the book.
Good training, boys, but that's nothing compared to the challenges that lie ahead.
Then no problem. We got the moves, eh, Jak? We'd love to stay and chat, Big Green, but we're itching to get on with our adventures.
Fine, fine. Adventure away, then. And while you're out adventuring, why don't you make yourself useful? My darn green eco-collectors are clogged up again. Head out to the far side of the beach and clear them out, why don't you? Follow the lamps. They'll take you right there. Now, all of you, get out of here!
Okay, you don't have to yell at me. Sheesh. Samos is a dick. You're a dick. Ouch. Also, check it out. Little Easter egg from Crash Bandicoot. Anybody who's played Crash Bandicoot would know that that's an enemy from it. Also, Misty Island. It's a spooky place where Daxter got transformed into an admittedly better-looking little furry Otzel thing. It's basically a consensus among the fan base that Daxter looks better as an Otzel. I feel so bad for him.
My.
Oh yeah, you can hear Samus talk to himself occasionally. So, let me just build up for you guys the suspense of the scene that we're gonna see. Bam! Wait, bam! There we are. That's home. That is home. Wouldn't you guys just love to live in this tropical paradise? Alright. Let's go ahead and talk to our love interest here, Kira. Hey, baby, what's shaking? What a ratchet.
Hey, baby. What do you say you and I go cruising on this A-Grav Zoomer?
Rule number 1, I don't date animals.
Ah, you don't know what you're missing.
Listen, if you need something to keep you busy, my father always talked about an ancient precursor pipeline hidden deep underground. Some of these pipes end in vents from which eco flows freely, and some have been capped off so that the eco is sealed back. There must be a way to turn the capped vents on. I traced part of the pipeline back to the Forbidden Temple. Maybe you should look there for some type of switch.
There are things that's... I need to not talk like that. So yeah, Jak and Daxter's mission structure is basically... It's basically very much a... I was just looking. It's very much quest and adventure based. Basically, you're in the hub world, you talk to the many citizens, or just residents or whatever, they will give you a quest, and then you just go and do it and explore and see what you can stumble across in this mystical, magical world. And there are collectibles aplenty to find, and the fisherman is not home. I wonder where he is. Yeah, we can just go ahead and explore the village here. I also really like how Jak and Daxter is a game with a dynamic day and night cycle. So every time you adventure to a new place, it'll probably look different depending on the time of day. Like right now we've got the soothing sunset right now, while looking off in the distance at Misty Island, where we can't go, but just look at the view, and you can practically smell the sea foam. That's even a thing. Also the music. I don't know if you guys have noticed yet, but it's got the music dynamically changes too. Like, there are little instruments and flourishes added depending on who you're talking to. Listen. You hear the music change? Let's talk to the mayor.
Oh, don't tell me that you two have problems as well.
Oh, yeah?
First I hear of monster sightings near the village, and now this. See those gears up there, boys? See them? See how they're not moving? That means our village has no power.
Oh, really?
The eco beam coming from the jungle temple has been interrupted.
Uh-oh.
Boys, everyone's too frightened to go out and find out what's happened.
I would be too.
Did you pay the bill?
Yeah. Oh, you're funny. Now look, if you two fix the eco beam, I'll give you a power cell. Oh, and another thing, if by any chance you're interested in making a contribution to my re-election campaign, I might be willing to part with yet another power cell. The minimum contribution is a very modest 90 precursor orbs.
90 precursor orbs, and what's that equate to? $90? You want a contribution of $90 and you're calling that modest? Typical politician, am I right? You, sir, are a public servant. You are a tool of the people. Maybe instead of sending a child to do your work, you should figure it out yourself, you damn coward.
They want me to go into the jungle. Me? I'd sooner wrestle an enraged Fluck.
Well, okay, I guess we now know what his opinion on that would be. Totally didn't expect him to actually say something in response to me. Well, probably not in response to me. Alright. Precursor orbs. We'll be collecting those ones later, but we're not going to the... Normally, I would go over to the beach first, because that is technically the first non-tutorial level of the game. However, there are things over there to do that are not yet open to us that we can make open to us if we go and explore the jungle first. So that's what we're actually gonna do first. We're going to the jungle. Woohoo! Hey, but there we go. Yeet! Like that. Jak's movement is incredibly fluid. Like, the animation is one of the highlights of Jak and Daxter. Because, like, watch as he really smoothly transitions into things, and you've got Daxter bouncing around, and as you like attack or something, see how Daxter will the movement will affect Daxter. He'll cling for dear life if you do your little punch slide or do the spin kick. He almost gets thrown off. He actually has to Jak, stop that! You're giving me a freaking whiplash. All right, so first level for us, but technically the second level, Forbidden Jungle. And we're coming here at night, so it's really spooky. Ugh, snakes. Like Indiana Jones. I hate snakes. Oh, yeah, that's cool too. Oh, check it out. It's the island. So there are two suns in Jak and Daxter. There's the main sun, and then there's that green star. And I'm gonna be referencing. I'm gonna reference events from later games right now, but that's not the day star. Y'all do know that, right? I've heard some people say that that's the day star. That's not the day star in this game. The day star is purple. That one is clearly green, and there's no way that it would have been just hanging in the air over the planet for 600 or so years. Sorry, that's just a very specific thing that's kind of addressed to a very specific, did I just say Pacific? A very specific person. Anyway, let's actually get focused here. Because we've got a village to save. Power to restore. And scout flies to collect. Gimme! Ah! Preemptive strike. Just thought he could get the drop on me, but no! Huh. What are these interesting mechanical devices on? I wonder if there's anything I can do with them. Yeah, I think my initial memories with Jak and Daxter they're similar to how I used to be babysat by my aunt and uncle. And I think they were the first ones to get Jak and Daxter in our family. And I think, if memory serves, my dad borrowed their copy of Jak and Daxter, and I played it. I think we borrowed their copy before we actually got our own. But yeah, I think my aunt and uncle were the people where my dad had got most of his video game info from, and then when they gave him a tip about some game, he'd go out and get it. I think that's how it worked with him, but it's weird, so I have no idea. Look at this depressed looking guy. How about we go ahead and brighten up his day with our antics?
What do you have in the basket?
Nothing to talk about. Them monsters patrolling the ocean took a bite out of me fishing rig. And now they're gobbling up me catch. No matter what I try, I can't seem to catch a single fish in this river.
Woo! Maybe it's your breath.
You think you can do better? Try scooping up river fish with a tiny net. I'll give you a power cell if you can catch 200 pounds of them critters. And then I'll let you and Shrimp here use my speedboat to get to Misty Island. You want to try the challenge?
You, sir, have got yourself a deal. And I'm about to show off here because I'm a little bit of a master at this minigame. I'm gonna do it in one try. Watch me.
There are two types of good fish to catch. 1 pound fishies and 5 pound fishies. If you miss 20 pounds of good fish, then I'm gonna take me net back from you. There are poisonous eels in this river. Catch even one of them boogers, and you'll poison the whole darn catch.
All right, watch me get my groove on. Start slow, gets faster. Gotta build up a rhythm. It's also been a while, so I might be out of practice. Avoid the eels. When I was little, his use of the phrase, one of them boogers, I didn't understand the use of, I didn't understand the concept of, what's the word, metaphor, I think? Probably, I don't know. But yeah, when I was little, I thought he literally meant that they were made out of boogers.
Steady, boy. Here comes a big one.
In which case, if they were, like, even though they are actually poisonous eels, oh, that's not good. I don't think you'd want them in your, fishy catch if they were made out of booger, either. We're getting swarmed by them boogers, speaking of which. What? Thank you. Nope. Alrighty. No, gotta come back faster.
Here comes a big one.
Oh, that time. Missed a couple, but we're not doing too bad. Oh, no. Oh.
You did it!
Oh, yeah!
You caught 200
What'd I tell
pounds
ya?
of fish. Not bad for a couple of landlubbers. Here's the power cell I promised. And you can use my boat at the village dock whenever you like.
Look at Daxter doing the little thing. Oh, the little tiny details in this game. I love it. So, let me know in the comments if I made you feel bad right there with how easily I was able to do that. And they don't come near as fast as in game. Ouch! Dick. Also, here's a little thing that nobody seems to have ever noticed except for me. But Jak is a mute in this game. That's not the thing that I'm referring to. Everybody knows that Jak is a mute in this game. But he actually speaks in that challenge. Like, it's very quiet. I don't know if you guys heard it, but when you're almost to the 200 pounds of fish that the fisherman requires of you, you can hear Jak very faintly say to himself, "You're almost there." And it seems like I'm the only person to ever notice it. But yeah, that right there is the only line outside of the, shot! Noises. Wait, where the heck? Yeah. But yeah, outside of the cha hit that he usually does, that right there is the only spoken line that Jak has in the entire game. Fishing. Deadly. Let's do something about the power block. Ouch. Oh. Seriously. Where is he? There you are. Get there. So, yeah, Mayor told us that that the power to the village is interrupted. The reason why is this mechanical contraption. Just like always in life, how art mirrors life. Industrial progress hindering that of, well, I guess it's not actually nature, because you know what? I don't know where I was going with this. Before I break that mirror, give me the blue eco charge because I want the power cell in there. Yeah. Alrighty. It's a very interactive world. Like, everything you do affects something else. There's a rifle down there that I forgot to kill. But everything you do something in the world and it'll affect something somewhere else or open some sort of other path for you to grab some sort of collectible or whatever. There are secrets aplenty. Fine. Anyway, let's get our vandal on. I love the sound of bullets when you break it. It's ouch! It sounds like it's actually, it's so loud it sounds like it's in real life. And I always have to do a double take every time I break that mirror because I think I'm actually breaking something or something else is breaking. Like one of my pets is destroying something in the house. Alright, let's align this eco beam, shall we? Also, you guys notice that I got a haircut and I shaved? Well, it's kind of growing in, I think. I have to shave again. But yeah, I'm cleaned up now. You guys like the new look? I hope so. Boosh. 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 Oh wow, I just realized how close to death I am. Let's play it safe now. That would be incredibly embarrassing for me to die here. However, there is actually a legit reason for me to let myself die in this game so I can show something else off. I'm not actually going to let myself die, but if I die, you guys will get to see it. Every time you die, Daxter, being the annoying little runt that he is, will jump on your face and spout some sort of ridiculous line of dialogue mocking your lack of skill as a player. There are fire trucks outside. Alright, second key. Let's align this baby. Up. There we go. I don't know why I had so much trouble with this as a child. It's literally a piece of cake. Well, I mean, not literally a piece of cake, but you know what I mean. Alright, platforming. No! I hate snakes. It doesn't matter if they're venomous or not. I dislike snakes. Fight. Girl. Alright. Yeah, if you know this game well enough, you can very easily just go on through each level and just knock out all the tasks that you have all at once. Because we are moving at a pretty consistent pace at the moment. Which is good, right? Jump across the rickety-ass bridge. No! You will not deter me. And find all these ancient ruins all over this world. Makes you wonder what they were all used for. The mystery and the mystique is very masterfully woven within the design of worlds. Keep away from the dark eco lines, by the way. Yay! Die! Okay, you are no longer dead. These orbs. Gimme! Thank you. Hey, hey. You guys want to know something that happened recently? Because I heard those fire trucks passing by outside, and it reminded me about how, we're gonna get there later on. But it reminded me about how, oh, I'm interrupted again. Boing! Sorry, just wanted to do that again. But, it reminded me about how yesterday I was running an errand with my mom, and, there was a building on fire. I think it was like a warehouse or something. I'm not sure exactly what it was, but we saw it nearby over the distance, and there were fire trucks all over the place. And smoke was like billowing out of the place. It was a real sight to see. I have no idea if that fire was on the news or not, but we tried to get over close to it, but to no avail. But yeah, to this day, I'm still not sure exactly what building it was that was on fire. Does anybody else live in Denver? Does anybody else know? Can somebody tell me? Alrighty. As you can see, utilizing the magicology that is eco allows you to unlock many mysterious wonders within the world. You can interact with and power up ancient devices long since believed to be dead. What are the mysteries of the Precursors? I don't know, but it sure makes for good reality TV. And that's our last scoutfly of the area. Maybe that power cell, baby. Daxter's doing his little breakdancing routine. Okay. Let's... I don't think so, boy. Alright. You can get some really good momentum in this game. And really just bound around the place without interruption if you are precise in your movement. Oh, Daxter is shaking his little booty at us. Check this out, man. Check out the view. See Mr. Island over there? There's our village. And if I look over here, there's the canyon. And you can see the entire rest of the game from here. And it is awesome. We're going to explore all of that. This is a little preview of what's to come. This is our grand epic quest/adventure that we're going to be going on soon. I'm going to stop here and let you guys take in the view and how tiny we are compared to the world that Naughty Dog has dropped us in. The power of the PlayStation 2, everybody. It is amazing. Jak And Daxter was probably the most impressive game of its time. And as a launch title, no less. At least I think it was a launch title. It came out in the very early era of the PlayStation 2. I know that much. And it came out before Ratchet & Clank. Anyway, enough gawking. We've got a task to do. Elevators, right? Alrighty. So, we've got a vent here, but it's blocked off. We've got a locked door that we need to power up. So, let's go investigate and see what we can find. Try not to fall to death either. Listen to the music too. The composer of this game, his name's Josh Mansell, and his work, he's the same person who did the Crash Bandicoot games too, and his tracks are very natural. Like, the instruments used are meant to really meld with the locations that the tracks are associated with. I found that I can verbalize my thoughts better if I actually sit down to write them out in a script or something. I recorded a review for Ratchet & Clank that my buddy Matt was putting in the process of editing. And I feel like I vocalized my thoughts in it far better than I was actually able to when my actual playing. Anyway, we have power. Let's go through here and use this thing that we couldn't utilize before. And I think that's it. Oopsies! Alrighty. Get this door open! Oh yeah! Who needs platforms? Whee! Oh yeah. And first boss of the game. Hello. It looks a little bit intimidating, but it's actually incredibly easy. Watch me. Stay away from me. Spike out. Oh, okay. I say.
That looks like it hurt. Should I call for backup?
Okay, Daxter. Fuck you. Look at me. Cursing while playing this wholesome game. I told myself I wasn't gonna do that because it's rated E for everyone. But too late for that now. Okay, so ignore what just happened. That was a fluke. That's what that was. Now retract your spine. Punch. And look at this. This dunce just gives us there I am saying fucking fuck. Just gives us a free hit. He just lets us. He's just like, oh, I'm sorry about that, bro. Here, let me make it up to you. Go ahead, punch me. Seriously, punch me. It's okay. Alright. That guy can actually eat us too. Like if we're not careful and we get snapped up in his jaw, he'll toss this up and swallow this whole. But yeah, nothing to it. Easy peasy. Thank you for the power cell. This came out at around the same time period of Halo, which invented the concept of the teabag, and we're gonna do a little, our own little version of the teabag right now to collect some of these precursor orbs, which this monster has inside it for some reason. Okay, that's all. Team. Me. I beat you. You can't do anything. Teabag. This corpse is still laying here if we come back through, by the way. Uh-oh. Are we missing precursor orbs? Ah, I believe we're missing precursor orbs. Dang it. Alright. Well, actually, no. I think I know where they are. Yeah, here we are. Okay, ouchie. So, let's go and grab this blue eco that's over here. And it should give us enough of a charge to run back to the dispenser. Okay, my movement flow is not very good right now, but will we make it? Hell yeah! That should be it. There we go! Back to the village we go. We are now done with the Forbidden Jungle, I believe. Boing! Wish I could have more flawlessly bounced between those tramping. Oh yeah, and yeah. He will forever be laughing. Like, he will not stop. I have no idea where he gets the oxygen to just be continuously laughing for as long as he does. He never dies of starvation, at least not in game. I like to think that in canon that is what happened to him, though. He will be forever trapped in his endless purgatory of forced laughter. Even if you come back here while towards the end game, he will still be there, laughing for all eternity. The legends say that to this day, he continues. In spirit form. Because he'd be dead. What do you think this one's We've got enough for the trade. So, we're back home. Let's go ahead and do some trading and talk to our quote-unquote uncle here. And he'll give us a precursor orb. Because yeah, we can use precursor orbs to buy power cells too. It's a lovely night here in Sandalwood Village. Hello!
Well, hello there, my dear boy. You've caught me at a most inopportune moment. I was to set off on my journeys yesterday, but I seem to be a spot short on the old precursor orbs. I would have pledged my word that I had 90 of them, but I gather that your young friend, you know, the little annoying, miserably ugly one, might have just pilfered them as a sort of a spot of fun. Anyway, would you be kind enough to loan your dear old uncle 90 precursor orbs so he can get underway? I would offer you a power cell in return.
Yeah, uncle is in quotation marks. And if you knew anything about the rest of the series, you would know why. However, I do have a theory around this guy.
I see you two are back to make the trade.
Don't get into that.
Good, jolly good. You have the precursor orbs that we agreed on. I hope you put this hard-earned power cell to good use. Cheerio, ta-ta, bye-bye.
Thank you. Yes, Daxter, you are very skilled. Also, take a look at this. Check that out. And that out. Do those, look familiar? You guys like my posters back there? Why don't I show you what these guys are? We've got the Ratchet and Clank one, English. So these two posters both come with the respective games. The Ratchet and Clank one here has a manual on the other side. This comes with the Ratchet and Clank game, obviously, and that's the map of the Jak And Daxter world, as well as the instructions for the game. We've got a drawing of Ratchet and Clank that I did back in 2012 when the HD collection wasn't out. That is, to this day, the best drawing I have done. Up there is a photo that I took with my stepsister and step-cousin on a cruise the year my mom and her husband got married. And then there's a picture of my old two kitties, both of which are no longer with us, but they're with us in spirit. That's them when they were kittens. And then we've got my 10 figures and the Linkin Park picture on display there. But yeah, that's what's behind me, if any of you were curious. Okay, so I have spent years and hours upon hours deep diving into the lore of this game in Discord chats and just on my own and just discussions with people. And I could theory craft about games like Jak and Daxter and Ratchet and Clank for hours and hours. I don't know if you guys watch DT and Vivi, that channel, but the Ratchet and Clank theory he did on Caden still being alive, that was me who tipped him off to that. That comment that he puts up, that was me who sent that to him. I am the creator of the Caden is alive theory. So, credit me for that shit if you ever mention it, people. It's me. I'll claim that as my claim to fame. But yeah, I came up with an equally massive theory surrounding Mar and this individual, Jak, and another individual within this game that I would love to go on some sort of podcast or talk show or something related to Jak and Daxter and talk about, because it is a mind-blowing theory that I came up with, man. I would talk about it in this Let's Play, but I don't want to spoil events in the further series because I'm going to be playing all of the games on the channel at some point. Not back-to-back because I want to vary the games that I play, but still. Anyway, I'm just standing here. I should actually go and talk to them.
Oh, what a wonderful sight!
Yeah, you're welcome.
I thank you. The entire village will thank me. Boys, you have restored power to the village and guaranteed my re-election. And for that, my boy, you've earned a power cell.
Thank you. And we'll go ahead and make that exchange.
So, you want to make a contribution? Good. A sizable one, I hope.
Yeah. Don't push it, pal.
It's a sizable contribution. I just hope this power cell adequately represents my gratitude. Problems. All the time. I got no problems. Problems.
Okay, then. Well, Jak has absolutely no qualms about funding the re-election of politicians. Of course, who the heck would he run against? Not many people in this village. What, is he gonna... Is he in a ferocious race for the position of mayor with the freaking fishermen or something? Is Samos petitioning to be the mayor? Is Jak's uncle petitioning to be the mayor? How exactly do the politics of this village work? There's only one guy who's actually qualified for it. Everybody is just... I mean, I guess that would actually... No, maybe that's not too bad. I don't know. Anyhow, I believe that that is a good place for us to stop for now. Well, actually, why don't we go up... Let's actually, hold on, not yet. Let me show this. Check it out. Yeah. So this is the fisherman's boat that he was referring to that got a big monster-sized chunk taken out of it. If you attempt to swim out of bounds in this game, that shark will come and have you for dinner. Do you guys want to see? Screw it. I'll show you guys. Check it out. Look at Daxter, he's shivering. Here it comes. I wonder if I triggered people's PTSD. Oh, and I'm all the way back up here. And now I've got the Precursor beam from the jungle, because now this village has power. So, yeah. I'd say that's enough for episode 1 of Jak and Daxter. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a like if you want, comment if you want. I like the feedback. Subscribe and hit that bell, and I'll see you guys later on for more Jak and Daxter, because I had fun with this first episode. This has been Nico the Nacho, and I am... Jak and Daxter practicing for the action.
Power cells to fuel the heat shield.
And that's Samo's talking. Wow, people are just interrupting me left and right. This has been Nico the Nacho, and I am out. Later!